Hi guys, I am Shane Nuttall, and for some time now I have been contemplating on making some videos and to be able to share my experience of what it's been like to be a single mom. For some time I just didn't feel like I mattered and that my situation that I'm going through had no reason to be shared and no reason to be heard, and today I got some news, and that news has really made me realize that um, maybe my story does matter. Maybe people do need to hear what it's like to be pregnant, and especially pregnant out of wedlock. Especially to be able to not have a baby daddy there with you, or a baby daddy with you through the journey, or whatever you want to call it. Like, I just want to share my story and my experience, and I wrote a blog about it, and to be able to share more of um, what I've gone through the last year, what I'm going through now, and the 9 months I was pregnant, and also the 6 months that I've been able to have her. Um, and so I wrote down on my phone, so I thought I would share in detail about the raw, the real, and the honest emotions that we just don't talk about. You know, my whole life I've always dreamed about the kind of mom that I know I'd be. I dreamed about how I'd become one, what it would be like to be able to experience with the love of my life. We would be able to fall in love, get married, to be able to have our own home, to be able to have vehicles, our own cars, you know, the whole 9 yards, to be able to become established, and then to be able to start our family. And it would just be the perfect fairy tale, the perfect story that people see in movies and books they read about, you know, like all of that. But what I realized is the older I've gotten, things aren't that easy. We lose our jobs. We um, we don't graduate high school. Sex is easier than just falling in love. You know, like we just want, like the older we get, we want things to be easier because life becomes harder. And I found that I was in that. You know, I wanted something where I could finally, you know, invest my time into something where it, even if it was easy, I didn't care. I just wanted something that I would invest my time into, and I wouldn't have to worry about if it failed, because I know that I wouldn't have to put so many thoughts and I wouldn't lose so much. Well, let's just say that January 2014 was a month that reminded me that I could finally have someone that was interested in me. He seemed like he was the real deal, you know, after becoming abused, manipulated. Um, I had gone through my struggles of feeling alone and overcoming just a lot of just different things that I'd gone through, and things had progressed with this guy. He'd seemed like the real thing, like the one that I could spend my whole life with, and he had seemed like he'd gone through it a lot in his life. You know, he had things that um, I needed in someone, and you know, as things progressed, every lie came up. Girls that he cheated on me with came to me and talked to me. They told me that he wasn't loyal to me. I had found that after having a couple months, that after he and I split, that he had got another girl pregnant, and then he had left her, found another girl. You know, my story isn't just to talk about just this. Like, it's just kind of give you a background of what's going on. And I felt like I wasn't needed and I wasn't wanted, and pregnancy just seemed to solve that. Like like we had both known our daughter. Like, we had felt like we'd known our daughter our whole lives, and we'd felt like we'd known our daughter before this life. And without even realizing it, it was easier to be able, than we thought, to get pregnant. And what I didn't realize, that it was just that easy to leave me as well. And he and I had walked away from everything in May of 2014. My thoughts felt simple. I'd seen other moms do this. My own mom, personally. Um, Pregnancy seemed really easy. It just seemed like you got sick, you felt the kicks, you found out what sex you were having, and you just enjoy the process and then have the baby. You know, that's what pictures tell you, that's what society tells you. Or was I kidding? What they don't tell you is when you're pregnant is how much you'll worry, you'll worry all the time. How much nothing at all, nothing you go through is sure. Everything, you're questioning everything, how you'll struggle with the number on the scale, and you struggle with trying to figure out this, how to keep food down, and how to be able to not get sick, and you feel fat, and you're tired all the time. Like, feeling tired just doesn't even do justice to how you're feeling. There are nights that become longer because you can't even sleep, and all you want is to have someone hold you. It's just becoming pregnant out of wedlock, then nothing is certain. Everyone has their own opinions on your situation. People mention adoption. People have told me many times that I'm a disappointment, that what was I thinking? Yet these feelings and these words don't even go away. They don't go away after someone tells you. They stay with you. They make you feel like God hates you. They make you feel like a screw up, that no one will ever fall in love with you. My personal experience became harder to find. The phone call that never came made me go crazy, watching how my baby daddy was so able to get over me, and to get over the thought of us having a daughter and even denying her. Those aren't feelings that you can put into words. There's no emotion you can put on it. I decided I would let this empower me. I decided that I would show everyone, even myself, that I wouldn't let this define me. That I didn't need no man to take care of me. That I would do it. I did it all on my own. But what I didn't realize, how the day that she was born, how badly I wanted a guy to stay with me all through the night. They would hold me as each contraction came. As the concern came when her heart rate dropped. And how being induced, it doesn't have a time limit. It's not like you schedule your C-section and all of a sudden you just decide one day that you're going to have a baby. It's not like that. It wasn't like that for me. And, sooner or later I decided that I was going to have a C-section. And in a moment's time, I realized how bad I wanted my husband, my man, to scrub it with me. Who would brush my hair. And not only me talk to my precious baby, but him too. I wanted to have the one person that knew how excited I was. Yet so scared. My whole world stopped the day that she was born. In the moment she was born. Yet so often, I've caught myself falling apart. The days turn into recovery. The moments of dressing, bathing her, feeding her. It was so fulfilling. Yet so often I've caught myself falling apart. I wanted a man with me through the nights. The nights that seemed so long. That he would rock her to bed. That he would change her diaper. That I would be able to find someone who I would fall in love with more. And we'd fall in love with our baby girl together. That weight's heavy. That weight that sits on your shoulders doesn't just go away. Your tears become more often, and moving forward is all that you can do. Even though my daughter is a constant reminder that miracles exist and miracles happen, don't judge judge it by just what you see. Don't judge it by just what you hear. I wish I could take away every negative thought that everyone has ever told me. I wish that I could have that happy couple. You know, the ones you see walk into a room and she's laughing at her husband and her husband's holding the baby. That was my dream. And I didn't get it. Not yet, anyway. And even though I have done things out of order and I've done them backwards, life is what it is. Yet my heart is full, my mind races, and I wish someone was here with me through all of my baby girl's firsts. From the moment that she grows out of her 0 to 3 clothes, that she moves up in diapers, that she has her first blowout, the moments that she snores. You know, you want someone to share that with. And even though there's family around, and even though there's friends that you can tell things to, and even though there's, you know, there's a God that will listen to you, it wasn't about that for me. It was more wanting and needing. Someone to hold me when I cried. Someone that would laugh with me. And I think about my life now, and I think about the incredible things that have happened, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Being a single mom is the best thing in the world, because I don't have to share it with anyone except for God. I decide when, I decide how, and I decide how I want her raised. And even though that is a heavy weight, I will take it. I will own what I have. But just know that sometimes things aren't as easy as they look. That sometimes you need to put a little more thought into what you're doing. And to think that it's not just your life. It's not just your decisions. I will make more videos, and I will let you know more about my journey. But I felt like this was a novel, a video that needed to be shared. I hope to hear from you guys soon. Like, comment, share, and I will post the link below to my blog. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.